Hello, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we've got the brother out. We're doing some foiling today. I use the We Are Memory Keepers foil quill, which is this one. It's already got the foil, the quill attached. You can see the light is on, it is charging. I charge off this We Are Memory Keepers system, so all the quills charge at the same time because they're all plugged into the little USB thing. And then you can hear all the foils, and then the actual station is just plugged into my computer charger. So I find if I do foiling, I do batch foiling, and then that works out best because I know my quills are hot, because that is really key, is make sure that your quills are hot. You cannot plug them into your brother. It doesn't have enough power to heat the quills. Today I'm foiling some printed acetate. It's a transparency, and I'm specifically foiling it for steampunk embellishments for one of my customers, a custom order. You can foil on either side. What I like doing is foiling gears on top of this for the steampunk, and that's a standard brother design. And you can see I've done it previous times, and that's your negative when you're done. This foil I reuse even though there's things out, because when I'm doing a grungy foil or something that needs to be less precise, you can see that had leaves, and then I foiled the gears over it. So there's maybe like a minuscule line that you're missing, but at least you're reusing your foils. These also transfer beautifully in your Go pressing foil if you do random foiling. I've got a video on that, I'll link it. So I need some mats and things loaded. When foiling, make sure your article is stuck down well, and your foil needs to be tight and taut. So for using the foil quill system is you literally take out your blade, whichever blade you're using, and you put in the adapter. It's a little bit of a, it's not tricky, but sometimes you think, oh, this thing's not going in, but it will. You just feel it and make sure there, perfect, and it's in. And then this, you use the draw function. So instead of drawing with a pen, you're drawing with a hot tip, and the hot tip fuses the foil because it's heat activated foil. The foil I use is just the Couture Creations one that's meant for the Go press and foil. Like 45 Rand a roll, something like that. And they're easily available, and they're available in lots of colors, scrapbook stores, online. So for the South African market, that's quite handy. And I have the Go press and foil, so I get multiple use. This is my very sticky mat. You can also see the foil stuck to it. It's fine. It's my mat. I've trimmed the edge. I've restuck this with Tombow. There's also a video on that. So this is my foiling mat. Just remember, if you want a very clean foil, any deep score or cut marks will, and this one's got folds, will show up in your foiling. So be aware of that when you do foil and you want to do like wedding cards and things. But for me, with grungy type of foiling, I'm quite happy. My main objective is that it's sticky. I've turned my brother, so I'm just putting foil to size. The best would be to do 2 bits like that, and then just sticking them down. So with washi tape, cutting them to size and sticking them down. This is just gold foil, and then whatever washi tape you've got handy. You do get foil on your mat. If the foil sticks to the mat, instead of washi taping, you can also use the stick of the mat to stick your item, but then obviously you're going to get I don't know that there's a right and a wrong way to do this, but it's just about the tautness, that there's no bubbles, because if there's bubbles the machine will miss that bit of foiling. Washi is stuck down well because you don't want that ending up in your machine. The gear, the pattern, you see I'm not even using my stylus again. The pattern that I like, there's 3 sets of gears and I just mix all of them. If you choose the 3 gear, 10 by 10, I don't really mind how they sit on these little cards, and if they go off or if they part gears. For my use, that is fine. So what you could have done is you could have scanned your mat first so that you could see where the thing lies, but this is an item. This washi tape's not great, that's why I use it here, so that you could see. This is an item that I make a lot, so I'm quite comfortable with how the thing sits and where they end up, and I want to do all 3. That's fine. So I will do a scan of the mat just to make sure, and then maybe just add some of the others. So I like to do the foil in little bits so that once I stick, like now I can work everything to one corner and stick it again. Again, if I had washi, that wasn't so very, very, very temperamental. Painter's tape also works, blue painter's tape, but that sticks quite hectically to the foil. Okay, that should be okay. And then we're just going to add some stuff. We're going to add another pattern, some more of the gears. So that's quite handy. 10 by 10 is not too big. Okay, that's fine. And then we're going to scan the mat to see that the pattern sits. When you scan the mat, it's also a good chance to see what washi it picks up. So just, that is the washi that will then definitely get caught. So rather just, I'm foiling with a standard tip. I find that it works best for me. Seeing your pattern on your foil is quite difficult on the little screen, so you really just have to go for it. That'll be fine, I think. Yeah. Okay, and then you need to select draw. That's basically it. There are settings for speed and pressure with this acetate, with this foil, with this quill. My draw pressure is always on 9. I know that works well. I don't change the speed on the intricate ones. If it tears your foil, if you don't get a nice foil, pressure settings and things will always be different on the different thicknesses of the quill. So that's really trial and error for you to do. It's 4 minutes, not bad. And then it's drawing like you would with a pen. Sun's coming in, so getting some shadows now. as it's drawing and it comes to a space maybe with a fold, is I sometimes just give it a pull while it's drawing if it's really necessary, but not the end of the world. And then this cord is long enough to move all the way across. Just be aware that the cord doesn't go where it, just take it over the back. You can foil most of the standard designs. You can foil text. There are lots of single line PNGs and things on some of the design bundles and those sort of sites. You can also get these are little USB sticks. They were on special, that's why I have so many, with foiling designs that you just then put in and they foil really nicely. There's some highly swab, and so that works well. And then I suggest foiling before you cut. So foil, see where your foiling is, how it worked, and then cut. And your mat, and you don't want to see the background that you've scanned. There's a little spanner setting and you just say background off, and then you back on your clean mat, so then you know what's cooking. So this I'm just moving. And I'm also angling it. Okay. And then all of these are now gone because I've done them. And we draw again. I've never done the key, so let's see. That's done. Do you see there's quite a lot of foil that you can reuse? That's why. So now the first step is the foil comes off. If you're still planning to cut, then don't remove your workpiece. I won't be cutting this just yet. So the acetate peels off, and beautiful effect with the foiling. This one's got the key over both, and it's white lines on the non-foiled side, obviously, and there's a slight indent. It's a very difficult thing to show on camera, I know. Let me see if I can show up. So that's really nice effect. Very simple to do with your foil quill. And then if you had the bold nib, it would look different again. But for me, I use these as little tag overlays or pockets or things like that. So definitely there. That's it for foiling for me. On acetate, I foil anything as long as it fits through. And with very good success, actually. Fabric, leather, plastic, name it, and it works well. So give it a go, and if you want to see some more foiling or anything brother related, let me know in the comments, and I'll do it for you. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.